Have you ever wondered why, despite earning a decent salary, you still feel like you're living paycheck to paycheck? It's frustrating, right? You work hard, bring home a good income, yet somehow your money seems to vanish faster than you can count it. Well, here's the thing. Sometimes it's not about how much you make, but how much you unknowingly spend. There are silent money drains lurking in your everyday life that can slowly chip away at your finances without you even noticing. In today's video, we're going to talk about that, and we'll discuss 8 invisible money drains that could be keeping you broke, even on a good salary. These aren't the big, obvious expenses, but the sneaky ones that fly under the radar. Once you spot them, you'll see just how much they've been costing you. And hey, if you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you won't miss out on the valuable insights we share in our future videos. Alright, the first invisible money drain that could be quietly eating away at your income is food waste. Now, if you ask most people where they think they overspend, they'll probably mention food. Whether it's eating out too much or loading up on groceries, food is one of those budget busters that's easy to overlook. The average American household wastes about 40% of the food they buy. According to a study by the Natural Resources Defense Council, that adds up to a whopping $2,000 a year in wasted food. Just imagine throwing $2,000 in the trash. This waste isn't just about the food you forget in the back of your fridge. It's also about buying in bulk when you don't really need to, letting food expire, or grabbing that extra takeout meal instead of using what you already have at home. These habits may seem small, but over time they add up, draining your wallet without you even realizing it. And if you're trying to figure out why you're always short on cash, despite earning a decent salary, food waste is one of the first places to look. Now that we've tackled food waste, let's move on to another sneaky money drain that could be hurting your finances: bank fees. You will be shocked when you realize just how much money you're giving away to your bank without even knowing it. Banks have a sneaky way of collecting fees through various charges. And if you're not paying attention, these fees can quietly drain your account month after month. Like for instance, the overdraft fees. Before 2010, banks would automatically enroll you in overdraft protection. Sounds nice, right? Not really. This protection often led to people being hit with a $35 charge every time they spent more than they had in their account. After new laws were passed, banks had to get you to opt in for this service. But people who opted in paid 7 times more in fees compared to those who didn't, according to a study by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. That's right, 7 times. If you're constantly paying for overdraft fees or non-sufficient funds, it's time to rethink your banking habits. And it's not just overdrafts. Some banks even charge you a monthly fee just for having an account. Why pay to access your own money? This is money that could be better spent or saved. And there are plenty of banks out there with no-fee accounts that won't nickel and dime you. Another hidden culprit that's probably sucking cash right out of your wallet is energy hogs. You might not realize it, but those outdated appliances and poor energy habits could be costing you hundreds of dollars a year. And the worst part, it's often happening when you're not even home. Energy costs don't just rise and fall based on the weather. Sure, we all know that heating bills go up in the winter and air conditioning spikes in the summer. But did you know that inefficient energy use at home can also contribute to those costs? For example, using a programmable thermostat can ensure that you're only using heat or air conditioning when you're actually there. No need to crank the heat or blast the AC while you're out. Making this simple switch could save you big money over time. Another key tip: during the winter, consider thermal curtains or draft stoppers to keep the heat in. And during summer, keep the shades closed to keep your house cool. These little changes add up. And don't forget about outdated appliances. Things like old refrigerators or energy-sucking incandescent light bulbs could be costing you more than you think. Upgrading to energy-efficient models and LED bulbs might seem like a small step, but it can lead to big savings in the long run. The next invisible money drain that could be silently eating away at your budget is price creep. This one is a bit sneaky and can easily go unnoticed, especially if you're not paying close attention to your monthly bills. Cable and internet providers are notorious for this trick. where they lure you in with attractive new customer pricing, only for those prices to slowly increase over time once the promo period ends. And sometimes extra fees are incorrectly added to your bill without you realizing it. So, what's the issue here? If you're not keeping track, you could be paying way more for your cable or internet than you originally signed up for. This gradual price increase, or price creep, happens so subtly that you don't even notice it until your bill suddenly feels a lot heavier than it should. It's a classic case of overpaying for services you barely use, but if you catch it early, you can stop it in its tracks. Here's what you need to do. First, review your bills regularly. Look for any unexpected charges or increases in your rates. If you spot anything out of the ordinary, don't hesitate to contact your provider. Price creep can be a real budget buster if left unchecked, but once you take control, you can put that extra money back where it belongs, in your pocket. Another invisible money drain that can quietly eat away at your hard-earned cash is renting storage units. These are everywhere, driving through any city. You can't miss the countless self-storage facilities popping up on every corner. And if you're renting one of these units, you might want to rethink it. Storage units may seem like a convenient solution at first, especially with their tempting low introductory rates. But that's exactly where the trap is. Over time, those rates increase, and before you know it, you're paying far more than you initially agreed to. And what are you storing in there? Probably stuff you don't even use or need. In fact, you could end up paying more for the storage space than the actual value of the items inside. The storage industry counts on the fact that once you've rented the unit, you'll keep paying, because cleaning it out feels like too much of a hassle. They rely on inertia. People keep paying simply because they don't want to deal with sorting through their belongings. But unless you're storing valuable items, the cost of the unit is likely draining your budget without adding any real value to your life. Next up is something that we've all had probably fallen for at some point: treating yourself. Now, self-care is important, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to pamper yourself every now and then. But treating yourself can quickly turn into a money drain if you're not careful. It's easy to get caught up in all the services out there for your hair, skin, brows, and lashes. But remember, many of these come with a hefty price tag and often require monthly upkeep. Advertisers love to push the idea that you deserve that new product or service, convincing you it's life-changing. And while it feels great to indulge, it's worth asking yourself, is this something I really need? Or is it just another expense that's keeping you from reaching your financial goals? The reality is, these small indulgences add up fast. That extra spa treatment, new skincare product, or monthly beauty service can easily eat into your salary without you even realizing it. And when you're on a good salary but still feel like you're struggling financially, it's often these little treats that are draining your bank account. Now, another silent money drain that's likely sneaking into your budget is paying for convenience. In today's world, technology has made it incredibly easy to get just about anything done with a few taps on your phone or a click of a button. Whether it's getting groceries delivered, food delivered, or using a service to handle your errands, convenience has a cost and it can add up fast. Something as simple as buying pre-cut vegetables at the grocery store might seem like it saves time, but it also costs a lot more compared to buying whole produce. You're not just paying for the food, you're paying for the convenience of having it prepped for you. And while these small fees may not seem like much at first glance, over time, they can quietly chip away at your income. The truth is, convenience often comes with a premium price. Whether it's paying extra for food delivery services, automatic subscription renewals, or even higher prices for faster shipping, these little expenses add up without you realizing. What starts as a quick and easy solution can quickly snowball into a big chunk of your budget being spent on things you could do yourself for far less. Finally, the next money drain is the most overlooked that could be costing you big time: ignoring a 401k match. Now, this one is crucial because if you're not taking full advantage of your employer's 401k match, you're essentially leaving free money on the table. According to a report by Financial Engines, 1 in 4 employees doesn't contribute enough to receive the full match, which means the average person leaves about $1,336 in their employer's pockets every year. That's like turning down a pay raise. Think about it this way. When your employer offers a 401k match, they're giving you free money to help grow your retirement savings. It's a direct boost to your financial future. If you're not at least contributing enough to get that match, you're walking away from one of the easiest ways to grow your wealth without any extra effort. And let's be real, why would you want to turn down extra money that's meant to secure your financial future? What's the smart move here? At the very least, make sure you're contributing enough to get the full match from your employer. If they're matching, say 3% of your salary, make sure you're putting in at least that much to get the full benefit. And if you can, try to max out your 401k contributions. Not only does this help you prepare for retirement, but it also reduces your taxable income, giving you another financial win in the process. So there you have it. We've gone through 8 invisible money drains that could be keeping you broke, even with a good salary. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on more tips to improve your financial health. Let's take control of our finances and make every dollar count. Stay tuned for more valuable insights in our next video.